Do you want real sounding acoustic guitars in your tracks? I'm about to show you how to make those. Alright, so let's get right into it. How to put real sounding guitars into your tracks even though you don't play the guitar. I looked all over the place for a right VST for this, and all I could seem to find were like synthy or metallic sounding fake guitars, which are great, you know, for some types of tracks. But for this one, I wanted to create like an upbeat, like Kid Leroy, like pop track, right? Just something, like kind of a bedroom pop type of thing. And I needed a real sounding acoustic guitar, and I don't play guitar, although I might learn, you know, but for now I don't really play the guitar or own a guitar, so I wanted to get something as close as possible. And what I ended up finding was, it's called Evolution Songwriter, and it's part of a contact library. So Evolution Songwriter is what I ended up with. And I broke it into two pieces. So first I have just a mute guitar, just like you're plucking it muted, and it sounds like this. Yeah, love it. Sounds real. And then I added like a strum underneath it with a little bit of a buzz release, and I added a little bit of volume automation here, so it just kind of rises as it gets to the end of the phrase, and that sounds like this. Love it. So I'll show you how I did that real quickly. So let's go into the piano roll. First, I just added the notes in. For the actual setting in the VST, this VST is very powerful. If you know how to use this, you can sound like a real guitar player. You know, depending on if you're stroking the string up or down, or, you know, are you muting it? Are you using a harmonic? Here, I'll do a switch here just so you can hear the harmonic, like if it were a harmonic, right? You could add that if you'd like to. I'm going to move this unmapped. But these are all the effects you can use. If you really want to take a deep dive and understand this VST a lot better, there are a lot of great videos here on YouTube. It's very powerful. I just wanted something quick that sounded real for this particular track, and this suited my purposes. So what I did was I changed this palm mute velocity. So the trigger is velocity. So if you hit it at a certain velocity, which I'll show you in the piano roll where that is, then it will trigger the mute action. So it'll be a muted note. I have it set to 0 to 127. So every note's going to be muted no matter what. But you could slide this to the right, for example, and say, hey, if you hit it above, you know, 86 or 71 or whatever it is, 91, that only mute it when you hit it that hard, right? You could set that parameter in here if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it to where everything is muted. So that's the way the plugin is set. And then let's go to the actual notes. One thing I did is, you know, down here, this is where you can see your velocity. I did actually change that using a randomizer. So I pressed Alt-R. I don't know what the Apple equivalent is of that, but if you have a Windows machine, it's Alt-R. And when you press that, this randomizer is automatically going to have the pattern selected for you. So just unselect that so it doesn't do this arpeggio type of thing. And then go down to levels, and you'll just want to change, you know, this velocity level a little bit based on how big of a difference you want to have between how hard you hit the string or not. I've already done this, so I'm not going to hit accept, but that's what I did for this part. And now let's go to our strum. So for the strum, you can see I've actually added a volume automation where it kind of sweeps up in volume as it gets to the end of the phrase. I'll play them together so you can hear that. You can hear it kind of rise up towards the end there. And then for the actual VST setting, I have this set on buzz release. So I added that little buzz sound in there, you know, like when you're not holding the string down completely and there's that little buzz that comes in. Um, that's what I have in there. And then plus I did an Alt-R for, you know, randomizing the velocity. And I also did Alt-S, which is your strumizer tool. Changed the strength and the tension a little bit and pushed up the end of the strength of the end as well. Just so it has that strumming effect where every string's not being hit at the same exact time. It's just a little bit of a strum. And you can change this to taste depending on what you're doing in your song. But that's how you get that strum like that. Perfect. Okay. And that's it. I mean, that is how I got a real sounding acoustic guitar in this particular song. I'll play a little bit of it if you want to hear it all together. It sounds like this. You know, just got the hook basically so far, so I'm going to break it down and format it later. But that is how you do it. That's how you add a real guitar, at least a real acoustic guitar, to any of your tracks that you want to add. I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. If you liked it, please click like. If you want more tutorials like this to show up in your feed, please click subscribe. I make one a week. If you have any questions, I always try to answer the questions as best as I can when I have time. But if I don't get to it, please don't feel bad. It's just, you know, obviously we're all music producers out here and we all have limited time. So, you know, if you have any answers that I haven't given in this tutorial, please leave it in the comments. Be much appreciated. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.